So these are my plants today. I think they're getting little nubs on the top there. I know you're supposed to cut their stalks. If who I live with, if they were looking after my plants, they would have cut the stalks because the flowers have died, and to regenerate new flowers, you cut the stalks and they grow a new stalk or something. But these ones have little bits of growing flower on the top of their vines, so I'm hoping that actually blooms. But as you can see, the bottom leaves are quite risen actually, so they must be happy in their little spot. They're enjoying this window with the light, and it's actually because it's got a shade outside the window, as you can see it there. The light is filtered, so they've got a lot of blockage from direct sunlight because of that shade outside the window, so they're getting light without getting bombarded with light, and they really enjoy this spot. I'm actually leaving them there because the mouse doesn't hardly ever come out anymore, so I'm sort of just leaving them there to sit, and I'm hoping that they can continue growing because it's obviously their favorite spot. So I'm hoping that they can continue growing. And I don't know. I'm waiting to see if these little bits on the top of the stems turn into flowers. I'm not even sure if these things can regenerate, but I know, like who I live with, when their stem stops flowering, they cut it off and they leave the little leaves alone, and then eventually a new stem grows. So I haven't done that with mine. This is like the first time I've looked after these kinds of plants, so I haven't actually copied that technique. So I'm waiting to see if the stems actually regrow anything, but if they don't, I can always cut it off later. But yeah, that's supposed to happen, I think, once a year, the cutting of the stems, but so far I haven't done that, so. But they look nice and healthy. I'm really happy that they're so happy in that spot. The leaves are even rising again. They're sort of looking kind of flat and deflated, so hopefully, I don't know what I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I just have to wait and see. But they finally look happy, so I'm going to leave them in that spot, and if the mouse comes and attacks them, I'm going to move them back to the other spot, which is on the desk, the two desks that I have. So they're obviously unsafe on this lower ground, but while they're being left alone, I'm happy to leave them there for a while, I think.